Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. On Saturday I hit the flea market in Fishkill, New York, and here's some of the treasures I brought home. I'm going to be seeing my nephew in a few days, so I picked this guy up, and you guys can see down there his remote control, so I'm figuring that should amuse him for most of the visit. A first aid kit, those wire nuts. This is AM/FM weather radio. This is just a grinder, Chicago, Harbor Freight junk, but it has a diamond wheel on it. A couple of these LED flashers, Fat Max. These guys go in your reciprocating saw, and once again, this has a diamond edge. This is just a blade for like scraping the floor. I guess you gotta turn the tool sideways to use it. This is Sasquatch, his toothbrush, right? Steel bristles. Oh, and this is for sanding. Wire for an oscilloscope or a meter, a couple of leads to put on a jump pack, a couple of big hose clamps, and a couple of flashers. All of this was $38, including our dinosaur friend. I imagine this dinosaur is probably a $30 item by itself, and it still runs on the batteries provided, so it was fairly recently purchased. The person I bought all this from cleans out storage lockers, and they hit on a couple of good ones because they had a lot of wonderful things to pick from. So $38 here. This was a $10 batch. This is a solar charge controller up to 100 watts. It's got the lead so you can plug right into it. It's also Thunderbolt, which is Harbor Freight. I have a few of these. I happen to like these for flashlights. Now what I do is I change the Edison light bulb, the filament light bulb out. I put an LED one in, and quite honestly, these things will go for like a week if you put a 2 or 3 amp hour battery in it. They go a long time. This is a battery box for a project. I don't know if you guys know, but if you have any of these punched out that you're not using, if you have an electrical inspection or if your home is inspected before you sell it, it'll fail. And the reason why is if you punch one of these out, this is the perfect size for a mouse to get into and nest. And now you have a mouse nesting along with your electrical system, right? Not a smart idea. So, whenever I see them whole and I could get them reasonable, and whenever I see hose clamps, especially if they're decent one, Ideals, American made, whatever, I just pick them up. And this is for carrying plywood or flat stock or whatever you want to call it. Just makes it a lot easier. So this whole batch was a $10 bill. This is another $10 batch. This is one of those multi-band radios that somebody put out in the sun and the display curled. I'll take it apart and flatten that out. A couple of tools, 10 millimeter, made in the US. Always using those batteries. And you guys could see I got a whole hoard of those Pro cells and the flasher. This also was $10. I mean, there's enough batteries. I think these 6 alkaline Ryovacs, and the date I saw on these was 2024 somewhere. So I think these alone would be the major part of the $10. So yeah, that's everything I picked up at the flea market. So I think I did pretty good. So I figured I'd show you guys. It kind of gives you guys an idea of what shows up. Generally speaking, I'm not a big one for garage sales, though this year I've hit more than I've ever hit before. But here we are. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.